this the scheme itself?
Yes, no question.
And where they have to guess where you're coming from, who's coming, what area.
That's the beauty of the 3-3-5 defense. It's just there's so many different angles you can hit them from that you gotta protect from all these different gaps. Because you don't know who's coming, who's that fourth rusher, who's that fifth rusher, who's that sixth rusher. So you keep them off balance. That's the key.
They've got some new personnel, but it's guys that are familiar. Ross is a guy that you're familiar with from Oklahoma, and of course a couple of years ago they came from Alabama. What have you seen from Ross that you like at the tailback?
Well, obviously you can study him from his previous experiences more so than, because you just don't really know because you haven't seen him play for them yet, obviously being the first game. He's a big back, real strong back, fast back, so he's got all the things you want. I mean, it's just a blessing for them to have, fall into their lap, but it's, that's all right. We're okay.
Just keep those gaps covered.
That's it. It's gap integrity.
Heard that before someplace.
Yeah.
And what about Heupel too? What do you anticipate from him as a play caller, or do you even concern yourself with that much?
Well, I think, we just got to get a feel. It's just like Coach Gibson, once he gets in the game, he's got to get a feel for how he's calling the game. I think you have previous, stuff you can study from, but every year is different. It's a new team form. It's a new program, everything, so it's just got to get a feel. The game's going to, you just got to be able to adapt and adjust in the first game.
As a coach, do you like the fact that they could come in with a whole bunch of different things and maybe lose, you know what I mean? Or how do you view that in terms of what they can do? Because it is a broad spectrum.
Yeah, and I think when you're playing a team like that, when you have so many unknowns, that's why I keep emphasizing you got to do what you do and understand what your scheme is and use your tools that you have in your scheme, and you know how you can attack certain things because you don't know. There's just too many unknowns.
You've already talked about it, but your take of Missouri up front just initially.
Well, they've got really good size, length. I know there's some guys filling in, that were backups last year, but they've got the ability. Obviously, but they wouldn't be there. They've got a junior college transfer is really great size, and it moves well. Comes from a program that will have them prepared. So it's I think that they'll obviously be well coached and ready to go.
How do you feel about your strength and your depth up front?
Well, I think you always got to, take advantage of what your strengths are, and our strength is experience, and you got to utilize it. Those guys have to know how to do things, and when they get in trouble, know how to get out of trouble because of all the playing time that they've had.